It's a 500k bounty tournament play money. So I'm currently 25th out of 112 remaining. There was 279 entries, 12,455 average stack, and I'm on my first entry. So on this particular website, you can buy play money chips. I don't, but they give you 15,000 chips every 4 hours, and it's a 500 bounty or play money chip tournament. So the final table in this tournament should be higher caliber players anyways, because they only give you 15k, so they have 15k bounty builder tournaments. So this is like the 4th level of tournaments basically that they have on PokerStars. So each level you go up, the caliber of players should go up. What's this guy doing, Mr. 32,000? So it's interesting with this guy here to my left. So I have to evaluate how he plays. Playing volley in there in tennis almost, and then I went in for the smash. So if I could change my name on PokerStars, I would change it to Poker Dancer. That'd be my moniker. Because some pods you gotta dance. Or make them dance. Usually you gotta try to make them dance. To the tune you want. Call. Nice. So I could fold. I didn't want to have to show my cards. He has the flush. It was pretty obvious. I do want to play in a big pot with him because I could double up. But he's playing good, and he got lucky last hand anyways. He's been playing pretty good. He or she, they've been playing good. Hopefully it's just one person, not a team of people when I say they. Is this guy on tilt? I'm gonna fold because it's does lead to a full royal flush, but it's usually a disappointing hand. It's one thing to call, like try to make a move with it or call a small bet, but to call all in, don't do it. Because the odds of you hitting a royal flush. So I would have been dominated. See, he's running lucky too. That's the thing when you get lots of chips, sometimes you get in a rhythm. So if especially if the guy has position over you, if he has lots of chips and you're relatively low stack, let's see where I'm at. So I'm average stack, so that's not too bad. Almost average stack. So I'm doing pretty decent. I'm 41st out of 114 remaining, so. But this guy just happens to have me dominated in chips, right to my left. And he's playing pretty good. Doesn't mean you can't play pots with them, because they're going to be making moves at times, but you got to pick your spots. There's easier fish at the table. The most dynamic person at the table, you should avoid. Basically. Unless you plan on losing money and learning. If you plan on investing money for in your poker education, play against them. Unless you're forced to and you have no other choice. Don't completely acquiesce to them, mind you. Like for every hand, you gotta play your hands, but at the same time, be more strategic about it. Okay, so I'm getting pretty good pot odds to call, so I want to see a flop. Disappointing. And this guy's likely to make a big move. Getting so unlucky. Yeah, I thought he was making a move. He's running pretty lucky. But even his luck will turn eventually. Like, there's a guy with 99,000. So, person out there with 99,000. So, he does have twice as many chips as the next highest person at the table almost. So, he's in a pretty dominating position. And my 6K now can't really pressure his 54K too much. Hopefully he loses this spot. No, he didn't. Nice hand. So now it's an even bigger. Oh, I jumped tables. That's kind of a blessing in disguise. I got a fortuitous balance. Other than I no longer have the reads on the people that I had at. I can't use it against unless they're at the same table, right? But I don't really pay attention to their names until they're. I had the screen recorder do it for me, basically. But I'm on a cell phone, so I can't keep notes. So I assume I've never had any experience playing against a player unless I recognize their icon or they have a unique name. I should have paid attention to that guy's name with the big stack because hopefully we meet up later. Somebody has 140K. That's how fast it could change. Like, he seemed like he was doing big until like when he had 50K, then he had 89K. Now somebody else has 140K. That's why you almost always have to try to keep chipping up. But there are times where you need to slow down and when you do have a chip lead and take a few big hands off. Like if you get ace king, maybe expect that it's going to lose. So don't play it as strong as you would normally. He's all in. So I'm going to fold now. Jam, jam, nice. I think he's calling. No. He's probably gonna jam. No, he didn't jam. So I want pasta to enhance evolutionary biology worldwide. Maybe it was a great fold or a bad fold. So far it's looking like it was a bad fold. So this guy probably has kings. Queens. I could just tell that he had, I was wrong, I was off by one, but it was pretty close. Put him on kings when he had queens. I guess I should have said that he had the likely loser, so I was glad that he called. Because based on the other guy's play, how the hand was played from beginning to end. Bum, 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 bum. Did I get any bounties? No bounties. Oh, 2 KOs. Okay, that's not bad. So my luck shouldn't change now that I'm playing at a different table. It shouldn't skew the luck in my tournament because I'm playing at a different table. So I don't want to be too active, so I'll play 9-handed. 9-handed's good. It gives you experience for when you go to the casino. Just different playing patterns that people play. Different rhythms of the game. It's like music. And once you play enough poker, it's like music after a while. It's you can make them sing a song. You can make them dance. Or they make you dance. Or make you sing a song. So I am the poker dancer. So earlier today, I made a video saying that it's very difficult to win 3 hands in a row based on luck in a ring game. So they may be trying to make it come to fruition today. I'm gonna see. But my instincts tell me I probably should have folded to that bet, but I want to see it flop anyways and evaluate my situation from there. I think he might have jacks. I'm gonna call though. It's only play money, so. And I think I got a fortuitous bounce, so. Call with jacks. So I just, if it was real money, I would have just made $134K in 5 minutes. And it's that easy with real money as well. Like, that's the thing about poker. But there's that inherent risk when, because unless you have the nuts, you could lose. So it's an educated guess sport where through experience you could put people on hands, and just based on playing patterns and how I would play some situations and how other people I played that beat me played certain situations, and just it's no different than teaching your kid that that the stove is hot. They have to feel the heat or maybe get burnt before they solidify that memory. Like, hey, the stove is hot. Then you don't get burnt by the stove until you get complacent, and then you get careless slightly. You don't burn yourself thousands of times, so you get more brazen each time, and then eventually you burn yourself again, and then you're like, yeah, I burn myself when it's hot. So this happens in poker. When people beat you a certain way, they're burning you. So it doesn't happen often enough that you could formulate an obvious opinion like, yeah, it's hot, I can't touch it. But after a while, people are throwing stop signs out, and it's like, okay, unless I have a really good hand, I should probably stop where I am right now and muck my hand. And then there's times where people are throwing out yield signs where it's like, okay, I'm going to stomp all over you. I'm going to manhandle the pot. There's going to be some manhandling pot situations unless I get knocked out. Going to be the poker dancer that... Let's see what this guy's doing here. Boom, boom, wants to... I had a feeling he might have the ace. That's why I didn't bet on the flop, because I had a feeling he had the ace. Because they always hit the card I don't want them to hit. Then once I seen the jack, it's like, okay, he could potentially river me. So I'm going to set the trap. And then once the river, I was confident enough to snap call him. I would have late registration still open, so I would have re-entered if it's still open. Maybe it isn't. I still would have called. I would have taken the chance that he didn't hit the queen. He didn't have a higher full house. This is a pretty hand, and to adults it's fun, but it's disappointing. Pretty disappointing. Maybe if you're feeling lucky. If you're feeling lucky, you can't make a call with this hand and expecting to win the majority of the time. You have to... Either you're not educated enough about poker, or you're an extreme risk taker. Just got hacked there when I said risk. But because you're gonna lose way more often than because even if you do hit the flush in that scenario, there's sometimes you run into a higher flush. It would have only been a 9 high flush, so there could have been a 10 high flush, jack high flush, queen high, king, ace, straight flush. So quite a few flushes could have beat you. Whereas when you call with, say, a king, then there's the ace flush that could beat you, then straight flushes. So the higher, so they call them with the ace is, then all you really have to worry about is straight flushes and royal flushes and full houses and 4 of a kinds. I did see a scenario. It was pretty much the perfect royal flush scenario. I don't know if I forget the exact scenario, the whole hand, but the guy that had the royal flush faced the guy that had a 4 of a kind. So you're almost guaranteed going to get paid. And I think he made the 4 of a kind on the river. So I don't know if it would have been the best TV moment, basically, would have been if the ace on the river made the royal flush and 4 of a kind at the same time. Then that would have been a great finale to the hand. The only thing that would have made it better, I was in a hand where there was a king high flush, ace high flush, and a straight flush. I forget what I had. I think I had the ace high flush. I might have had the straight flush though. It was play money, so I don't remember. But I did, in a real money table, I had an ace high flush about 2 weeks ago, and I put the guy on the king high straight flush, and I only called specifically because I'm trying to get sponsors and endorsements, right? So I had to make strong calls and put people on cards. If I could put people on cards consistently enough, I should be a bankable player, right? So speaking of that, my PayPal email is christianerikarnemeyer@gmail.com. Just figured I'd manhandle that pot. Nice. Am I chip leader at the table? Nice, I think I am. So the last 2 pots, I basically won, what was it, like 14K, based on skill. I didn't even make a pair. Based on skill. That's why poker's a skill game. It takes rigging for me to prevent you. Because I've been developing skill for like the last, my poker education for the last 3 years now, 4 years. So I'm getting really seasoned. I'm on a roll, so I'll check it out. Getting lots of emoji action from the table. They're noticing me. So hopefully I could, oh, that's the most hands I ever won in a row online for real money was 12 hands. I won 12 hands in a row. And on the 12th hand, I got pocket aces, and I'm like, you could chat at that time, and it was like, come on guys, I can't have the best hand every time. So I jammed, and I think I got 4 or 5 callers, and I won. It was awesome. But the poker skill is a lot better than what it was then. Or the artificial intelligence system's better. So what I try to do is I try to earn pots to speculate in future pots, because that's how you grow money in poker. So if I didn't play these hands, if I was a stricter player like I used to be, then that situation, I'd still be at 10K right now instead of 37K. But I've grown as a player, so I'm more dynamic. Good luck me at 14K if I don't hit. Yeah, there's lots of emoji action coming out of it. This table's pretty expressive. Nice. Almost in the play money, so that's always good to be in the money. It gets it's more entertaining. luck, me. Now I could open up the playbook and start manhandling. So I'm just going to show you here. Oh, so that's me at 40. So this is from June 10th. So I came first out of 111th. Won $215. And this is from today. Last night, but after 12 a.m. So they counted it today. So came third out of 1436. It was a bounty tournament play money, but and I came. I didn't take a picture, but I came fifth out of 1467. About 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. Nice bet. I had him on an ace that time. I was hoping to improve to 2-pair on the turn, and then I would have called. Tried trapping with the full house. I was hoping to get paid off. Is this guy on tilt? I want to play in a pot with him now that he lost a hand. See, I gave him, if he previously was making that bluff against that move that he made with the, I'll show you how I set him up to bust him there. Basically how this works. This pot, when he bet half pot on the turn. If he didn't have the ace, and he was bluffing, he gained confidence to try that bluff against me in the future, and I punished him for it. I expected him to make the same play, and unless I got unlucky after that point, I knew I was going to bust him. There was the odd occurrence that he could have had queen, king, higher two pair, but I didn't believe that to be the case that time. It's like any world war. You have to lose battles along the way, but as long as you win the main total victory, that's all that matters for mankind, liberating privacy of thought, and my attributes and my kids' attributes. So what am I now? Okay, I'm 4th out of 42 remaining with 5 KOs, 42,142 average stack. I don't even worry about largest stack unless they're at my table. Just worry about the largest guy at the table and average stack. As long as you're average stack, but you want to be the chip leader at your table, because then you could pressure the table. Nice call. Raise, 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 raise. 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 If they jam all in, they usually have it when they do take this long. I didn't want that garbage to be shown, but I might get some loose calls now. I was hoping to slip in there with the flush on the river and bust him, but it didn't work out. Nice hand. Seven. Nice hand. I'm glad the short stack won. I wanted the bounty because it's a bounty tournament, but I'm glad they made the call. Then they won. I could afford to lose those 2,000 chips. Right now. This guy's been quiet. I expect a big hand. Call. It'd be insane to have secret legislation to restrict somebody based on their skill. So I wonder how many taxpayers' dollars it costs to restrict my skill. Actually, I got some time. After this, pretty soon I'll show you a video of why my son would be the best soccer player on the planet. This video is when he was about 14 years old. He's 18 years old now. This is me throwing a football about 35 yards, and my son kicking a soccer ball from about 40 yards. On our first attempt. That's the main thing. He filmed me when I threw. I walked over. I filmed him when he threw.
Go bar down with the football.
And I was within a foot left to right of my target in my mind. So it's 5G. They're trying to slow it down. So look how small he is here.
He has the higher ceiling of the two. Soon after the news.
And he did that on purpose. Our very first attempt. It's not like we spent all day filming it to get it perfect. And I've only thrown a football maybe 200 times in my life, if that. My parents couldn't afford to put me in sports. My very first time I played hardball, I was 15, and it was for the rep team. I made the rep team and the tournament team, basically, and it cost $2,000, and my parents couldn't afford it. So I went home and I asked my dad to sign me up for house league, which was $60. So I played house league for like 15 games. And I got called up to play against 21-year-olds 3 to 5 times, but I was too shy, and I didn't realize that that was the path to become a pro, basically. Didn't realize that I could potentially get a college scholarship and then at the very least develop as a baseball player and probably be semi-pro or professional. Like I batted out, I think almost 600. Every single single I got, I stole second base the whole season. Would have hit home runs, but there was no fence, so they could just back up as far as nice. I'm glad that one got through. So it's interesting now. It's in the money when you could see by the coins or whatever they are, the chips dropping. Oh, and I did finish at a $5 final table, at a $5 table. And then I was approaching the final table at a $10 table, and my Wi-Fi disconnected itself somehow. Suspiciously enough, it was hacked, most likely. And at the same time, my cell phone's internet lost connectivity long enough for me to blind out. Nice, okay, this guy has a lot of chips. Hopefully we could play in a big pot. Not this pot, but maybe this pot. Wanted to show him the 7-5 just to let him know I just manhandled him in a pot. So if they get in his head a bit, because he's probably a good player since they have so many chips. So just try to psychologically get him to bluff against me and punish him for it, ideally. Because when you bluff somebody, they want to get you back. They can't wait to get you back. What does he have? That's 687K. I'm gonna take the chance. Chances are I'm gonna miss, but it's a 500K bounty tournament play money, so that's basically the entry fee right there if I would have won that hand. Entry fee plus plus 180K or whatever it would have been. He's gonna make a move for my blind. I think he hit these. So made a strong call on the flop, so they usually hit the card. There's two people sitting out in the big blind, so. If I didn't show him the first bet, I guarantee you that would work. The first bluff. The first bluff. So unfortunately there's 3 people sitting out, so it sucks when they sit out. But it is kind of a successful strategy if you have stuff you got to do too, right? Because especially if you have a million chips now, you sit out, you're gonna finish probably in the top 5. So it's a mini heads-up match almost between me and this guy. Right now, nobody else is playing. It's just me and this guy. Hopefully this guy plays. Defend your blind. He's gonna bet again. When the guy's quiet and then all of a sudden they start betting, you gotta be suspicious of them. Sometimes they're making a move, but not always. How many players are left? Okay, so I'm currently 10th out of 23 remaining. There's 6 KOs. Hopefully this guy wins the pot. Get rid of some of this guy's chips. He has too many chips for the table. It's nothing for him to play a pot. He's gonna raise. No, he didn't. But he's the trickiest player at the table, so or was. He has the most chips, right? So he's able to play more hands. probably at the 9 or full house. So if you want to see last night's tournament there from beginning to end, watch these 3 videos from poker 112 to 114. It's going to be the end of this video, so watch the next one too for the continuation of the tournament.